It's time for my wise guys question of the day. Who is the NFL MVP right now? Let's go to our Twitter results on the Wise Guys Twitter page. And right now, 67% says that Jalen Hurts is the NFL MVP, and 33% says Joe Burrow is the NFL MVP. So no votes for Mahomes or Tua in the NFL MVP race. So that's what we got. That's everybody believes that Jalen Hurts right now is the MVP in the NFL. But as I get into my favorite to win NFL MVP, and this is actually by Caesar Sportsbook, that their odds are plus 5,000 for Tua, plus 1,600 for Josh Allen, plus 600 for Joe Burrow, plus 160 for Mahomes, and minus 110 for Jalen Hurts. So when I look at this NFL MVP race, for me, I believe that Jalen Hurts has emerged as the favorite to win NFL MVP because right now, the Philadelphia Eagles, they are 12-1. They are the number one seed in the NFC. So the road to the Super Bowl is going through Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. Jalen Hurts, for the season, he got 22 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 3,157 passing yards. He's completing 68% of his passes. And here's where Jalen Hurts separates himself from the other MVP candidates who are quarterbacks. He has 139 carries for 686 rushing yards this season, 10 touchdowns. And it's amazing when you look at Jalen Hurts and his MVP odds in the last 4 weeks. This was entering week 12. Jalen Hurts, his MVP odds were plus 650 entering week 12. They were plus 400 entering week 13. They were plus 160 entering week 14. They're currently a minus 140. So Jalen Hurts has gotten better throughout the season. And when I look at the rest of the quarterbacks in the NFL MVP race, Patrick Mahomes just threw 3 interceptions against the Denver Broncos last week. Joe Burrow started off the season 0-2. Tua Tagovailoa has been terrible in his last 2 weeks against the 49ers and against the Chargers. Josh Allen has had 11 interceptions and during the middle of the season had a rough stretch. You know who hasn't had a rough stretch? That would be Jalen Hurts, the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts has been consistent, and he hasn't had one bad game this season. Not one time have I walked away from an Eagles game thinking that they possibly could have lost because of Jalen Hurts. That one loss this year that the Eagles have against the Commanders, that wasn't Jalen Hurts' fault. They turned the ball over a lot in that particular game. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Dallas Goedert, the tight end for the Philadelphia Eagles, he fumbled. Quez Watkins caught a pass from Jalen Hurts. He fumbled. So there's not been one game this season where Jalen Hurts has not performed well at a high level. And a lot of people feel like Patrick Mahomes is still the current NFL MVP. Well, let's compare Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes, shall we? For the season, total QBR, Hurts is 4th in the NFL. Mahomes is 1st. Yards per pass attempt, Hurts is third in the NFL. Mahomes is second. Passing touchdowns, Hurts is tied for fifth. Mahomes is first. And interceptions, Hurts is first. Patrick Mahomes is tied for 28th in the NFL. So most of those statistics are advantage Mahomes. So most people think that Mahomes is the NFL MVP, but Jalen Hurts' team has a better record than Patrick Mahomes' team does. Andy Reid is a better coach than Nick Sirianni is as well. And Patrick Mahomes has the luxury of throwing the football to Travis Kelce. Now, I believe that when it comes to weapons, top to bottom, Hurts has more weapons than Mahomes does because Hurts has A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith to throw the ball to. Patrick Mahomes has Travis Kelce and Juju Smith-Schuster and Marquez Valdes-Scantling. But Travis Kelce is right now better than A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith are. Even though they're different positions, he's a better receiver overall. And I know his position is tight end. That's what we call Travis Kelce. But Travis Kelce is the number one receiver for the Chiefs. So when you factor all that in, I believe that Jalen Hurts is the NFL MVP. Not to mention that the NFC East is a better division than the AFC West is. I know we had the hype in the AFC West coming into the regular season. Oh, we got Russell Wilson with the Broncos. We got Justin Herbert with the Chargers. We got Derek Carr with the Raiders. And we got Mahomes with the Chiefs. It's a possibility that only one quarterback in the AFC West is going to make the postseason. Herbert and the Chargers are fighting for their playoff lives. It's a possibility in the NFC East that the Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders could all make the postseason. Very unlikely, because I hope either the Giants or the Commanders fall off so the Packers can creep their way into the playoffs. But it's undeniable how Jalen Hurts has played so far this season. Like, I look at some of the other quarterbacks that's in the conversation for NFL MVP. Joe Burrow got 27 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 3,685 passing yards. He's completed 68% of his passes this year. But Joe Burrow has Jamar Chase. He has T. Higgins. He has Tyler Boyd. And Burrow struggled in the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season. He's gotten better as the season has went along. And I think right now he is top 3 in the NFL MVP conversation. So I'm going to get my list here in a bit. But Joe Burrow has definitely elevated his game as we've gotten late into the season. Josh Allen, 26 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 3,553 passing yards. He's completed 64% of his passes. The Buffalo Bills are leading the AFC East right now at 10-3. But there was a stretch in the middle of the season where Josh Allen was throwing a lot of interceptions. He was throwing a lot of interceptions. And most people believe that Josh Allen is better than Joe Burrow. I think they are on the same level. I think that Josh Allen and Joe Burrow are both on the same level. Joe Burrow got his team to the Super Bowl last year, and his team beat the Chiefs, something Josh Allen's team could not do last year in the playoffs. But Josh Allen was sensational last year in the postseason. He was great, and he was great the year prior. But I think Joe Burrow and Josh Allen are on the same level. But a lot of people think that Josh Allen is better than Joe Burrow, and I disagree. But Tua, his team is 8-5, 22 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 3,004 passing yards, completing 66% of his passes. Last 2 weeks, Tua has struggled. And he's been the weakest link on that Dolphins offense. You can't be the NFL MVP if you're the weakest link on your team's offense. So right now, for my NFL MVP, when it comes to order, I'm going to go Tua at 5, Josh Allen at 4, Joe Burrow at 3, Patrick Mahomes at 2, and Jalen Hurts at 1. Jalen Hurts, ladies and gentlemen, is my NFL MVP heading into NFL Week 15. Everybody go